Hi everyone, it's Farah here with my 30-week update. So recently I decided that I wanted to make videos or vlogs for my last 10 weeks of being pregnant, or even maybe less. So I'm officially 30 weeks and 6 days today. So I have to hurry up and get this video out to you guys before it becomes 31 weeks and I'm a week behind. But I have right here, so I'll be looking back and forth down and stuff like that. It's just my notes, so I know what all to tell you guys. I'm really new to this. So the reason why I did decide to make a vlog or video diary of my pregnancy for these last 10 weeks is because so many of my friends and family live so far away from me. I actually live in Wisconsin, and a lot of my friends and family live down south. So I miss you guys a lot. But so like I said, I'm 30 weeks, almost 31 weeks, which means I will have 9 weeks left tomorrow. My actual due date is November 17. It was at the very beginning when I first found out that I was pregnant. It was November 20th, and but then when I got my measurements, I think at like 12 weeks or so, she said that he measured bigger, and so that was actually, according to his measurements, my due date changed to November 17th. I'm glad I'm having him in the winter, because I mean, I can just snuggle with him. I just love to snuggle anyway, so that'd be really nice. And if you hear me saying him, I guess you kind of catch that I'm having a little boy. I actually found out really late what I was gonna have. Most people find out like when they're like 16 to like 20 weeks. I actually was on vacation in Florida for about 3 months, and I wasn't able to tell what I was having. But I found out when I got back. It was 27 weeks when I got back home, and we found out I was having a little boy. I actually have little pictures to show you, and so I'm gonna name him Zanico Haris. I totally made up his whole entire name. The reason why his name is Zanico is because the first part is Zen, and I believe that if you name a child something, that's kind of what they are, and I feel like I want him to be very zen and very relaxed and stress-free and then just enjoy life, just be really just, I want him to just have that energy about him that's just contagious that everyone wants to be around. His middle name, Haris, me and my grandmother actually came up with when I was on vacation. Before we actually knew what I was having, we were saying if it was a girl, I was going to name her Aries, and if it was a boy, I was going to name him Haris. So, since it's a boy, his middle name is going to be Haris. And Haris is actually because my grandmother's brother actually died months ago, and it's really creepy because I dreamed about it, and she was really, really close to him, and she loved him so much. I guess that was like one of her favorite siblings, and or the ones that she was closest to. And his name was Harry, and I was just like, I want to do something for my grandmother, and excuse me. And I figured, her having a part in naming my son, her first great-grandchild, would be something really amazing. And so we were just in the kitchen, like, kind of going over names and stuff, and we kind of, like, simultaneously were just like, Harris, I think I said Harris, and she said Haris. And I was just like, well, how would you spell it? And we actually spelled it, like, basically the same exact way. So, basically, in dedication to her brother, his middle name is going to be Haris. And our maiden last name is actually Harris, so it actually kind of all goes together perfectly. So that's his name, his gender, and my due date. Let's see what else I can tell you guys. I told you the story behind his name, but there's this weird thing. In my family, everyone, like mother, grandmother, daughter type thing, and the way that we name, like, the names that we allow our children to call us, I'm kind of stuck because when I'm talking to him, I say mommy, but I call my mom mommy. I mean, I'm 18 and I still call her mommy. And all of my siblings do. Like, my little brother still calls her mommy. My older brother still calls her mommy. So it's just like, I know probably when I'm at the house with her, like, if I don't move out really soon again, then, you know, he's gonna call her mommy probably too. But she wants to be called Nana Dear, which is fine with me. I don't really care. It's whatever she wants to be called. I think I want to be called Mom, like M-U-M, because, I don't know, I just don't want to take her, like, that's her identity. Mommy is my mom. And then as far as my grandmother, we call her Mama, so I can't be Mama. I can't be Mommy, so it's like I have to be Mom. So, I don't know, you guys tell me what you think. Should he call me Mommy still, or should he call me Mom? Or Mom, like, you know? What do you think? As far as symptoms this week, I don't really have too many. One thing that has been, like, really sticking out this week is heartburn. I have so much heartburn, and it burns really bad, like, at night. It doesn't matter what I eat. It's just there, and it's like, I can't go to sleep. And I, like, actually, I'll be on my cell phone at night, like, 'cause I don't feel like getting on the computer and whatever. So I'll be on my cell phone looking up things, and I, looked up, like, you know, how to deal with that, because at first, I don't really like taking medicine and stuff like that, because I feel like I want him to be as natural and healthy as possible, and I don't want medicine to, like, affect him in any way. So, I didn't have any Tums, but I heard that milk is really good for heartburn. Fiber is really good for heartburn. I saw that online too. And there was something else, but I can't remember. And I think, yeah, soda. So they were saying that, like, if you drink, like, a Coke or something and you have heartburn, it changes the heartburn, like, into gas, and you just burp it up and it makes you feel better. So I love Coke. So it's just like, fine with me. More excuse to drink soda. Fine with me. I'll do that. So I did that. But then I started thinking, you know, it's not really healthy to be drinking all that caffeine and stuff. So I went to the doctor and she told me to take Tums. So I got some Tums. And I'll take those whenever I feel it. Like, I took them last night. And it really helps. Like, I woke up in the morning and I was just like, wow. I feel so much better than I usually do, like, the other nights. So I guess I'll keep taking the Tums. Since I was talking about the doctors anyways, I went to the doctor, I believe, last week. And actually, okay, so I went to the doctor twice. About 3 weeks ago, I went to the doctor and then I got blood work done. And so that blood work was to determine if I had gestational diabetes, which I don't. And that stuff that they make you drink is not as bad as they say. But it made me feel, like, really nauseous for quite a bit after drinking that. And it kind of, like, it felt like heartburn to me a little bit, too. And I was just like, Mom, this feels kind of weird, like, you know. And she was just like, well, it's a lot better than what we had to take when I was having kids. And I was just like, well, maybe that's true. But it's still disgusting. Like, I don't like it. It was, like, a really sweet orange soda, but whatever. I don't really like orange soda. I like Coke. But, so the doctor called me, and it turns out that my new doctor actually knows his dad, and it's really crazy. I was just, like, talking about him and stuff like that. And she goes, yeah, I know him. And I was just like, oh, okay. And, but anyhow, so I got my blood work results back, and she actually called me herself, like, the doctor. And she was saying that I had, like, really, really low iron. So she's like, you should feel terrible. She's like, you should feel terrible because you should feel like you have no energy all day long. And it's just like, no, I feel normal. I feel fine. I feel pregnant, if that's what you mean. And then she's just like, well, most people with iron as low as you do, like, that, they feel terrible. Like, they feel, like, really tired and just don't want to do anything all day. I'm the complete opposite. I want to clean, clean, cook, clean all day long. That's all I want to do, and plus, I guess that's whatever. But that's what I want to do all the time. So she was saying that my hemoglobin, I think, or whatever that stuff is called, is a 9, and when people actually go into labor, it's going to get lower too. So if it goes below a 7, people have to be given blood. And I was just like, I don't want that to happen. And she's like, if it gets even lower than that, people can die from it. And it's just like, I have to do something about this. So she told me to take iron 3 times a day, which I thought that was like a lot. But I'm starting off, I'm going to take 1 a day and see how I feel and see if that helps. Since my appointments are every 2 weeks, so, and well, for now they're every 2 weeks, and then it'll be every week. But I don't know. I was like, that's a lot. My mom was telling me, she's like, that's a lot, and she's like, that's a lot of medicine to take. So it's just like, well, I'll start taking 1, and then maybe next week I'll take 2 if it doesn't make me feel any worse. So that's what I'm going to do for that. He's head down. My baby's been head down for about 2 or 3 months now. And I was just like, okay, does this mean he wants to come out soon? So, I mean, if he wants to come out, he can come out. But I hope he stays in longer because I don't want him to have to go through special care and things like that. Even though I do want to hold him really, really bad all the time. But she measured my stomach last week, and I measured 31. So I guess that means I'm actually, at the beginning, when I was like 6 weeks and so on like that, I would measure up exactly. But this week and last week, he just like grew really, really big. So it's okay. I don't mind being this huge for him, but not again. I don't really think anytime soon. So like I said, I have like new meds I'm taking. I'm taking prenatals, I'm taking Tums, I'm taking iron, and she wants me to take another kind of, I think like calcium supplement because I don't drink milk at all, like I hate milk. And she's like, are you even a meat eater? And I'm just like, yeah, I eat meat, but not that much. So, it's fine. Oh, excuse me, I'm getting heartburn again, so you can tell it's wearing off now. As far as like cravings, I crave cranberry juice, but it gives me heartburn too. But these things right here, this specific flavor is my craving of the week, of the month. Like, I went through a whole box of these already, and I want another one. I just love Cheez-Its, and I usually don't like Cheez-Its, but it's fine, whatever. What else? So recently I thought that, since my mom's a teacher, I kind of guess I had the teaching bug too a little bit. And like homeschooling my brother, it's just, I have the thing to make my kid want to learn a lot faster and a lot more than maybe usual people. But every night this week I've been reading him a book, or either I go online and I find a book and let them read it to me. As far as like music and stuff, there are 2 songs that I play for him that I've played for him every night since I was like, I want to say like 20 weeks. I've been playing him the same 2 songs. One song, well actually they're both by Lauryn Hill. One of them is called Zion, and I really love that song because I feel like it's kind of my situation a little bit. And the names start with Z, so it's like whatever. And then the other one is called Lose Myself. I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie Surf's Up, but it's actually one of the songs from the soundtrack. So it's really fun and upbeat, sort of, kind of. And I don't know, it just makes me feel really good. And I mean, he likes it, he moves to it. And I think sometimes, like I say, sometimes he dances to Lose Myself by Lauryn Hill, because like he'll start moving a lot when that song is playing. So I have 2 pets, and I have a dog and a cat. Actually, I have more than 2 pets. I have like 5 pets, but those are my 2 pets that like walk around the house and stuff. So I have a cat and a dog, and there's probably pictures up on my Facebook and stuff of my cat and my dog, which I'm pretty sure there are. My cat's name is Dream, And my grandmother's really concerned about him being around the baby and stuff like that. But I'm not really too afraid. Like, he's been around babies before because my mom does home daycare and stuff like that. And we had like a 3-week-old and a 6-week-old, and he was perfectly fine with them. And he's actually really protective of them. Like, he checks them. Like, if they cough or whatever, he would go back and make sure they're okay. And I have a dog, and her name is Emilian. We call her Millie. You probably heard her barking earlier. And she doesn't like me right now. She doesn't listen to me. Anything I tell her to do, she does the complete opposite of right now. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Anyways, that's my little brother, if you guys can hear him. He has on no pants, by the way. But, anyhow, my phone just died, by the way. That's really funny. So, yeah, so I had the light on my phone to, like, make it brighter, but it's fine. Oh, I had some things that I want to show you guys. So, I was kind of pre-packing all of Zanico's clothes, because it's kind of getting that time to where I want to have, like, you know, if anything happens, I want him to have his hospital bag and my hospital bag ready to go, just in case he comes early. So, I guess I can show you guys his clothes. But first, I can show you some pictures that I said that I had for you guys. So, the first 2 pictures are from when I believe I was 12 or 13 weeks. And these are his little feet. My mom actually wants to get, like, this blown up and kind of edited. So she wants to actually get that tattooed somewhere on her. And then there's this one at the bottom. That's his little hand. And I was just like, is he giving me a hug? When I was actually at the appointment, the lady was just like, that's possible. He was like facing towards my spine anyhow. And then I have, oh yeah, I guess I can move this way. I have this one. I don't know if you can see that, but like right up in there. This little boy part. My little boy. And then I have another one that I can show you guys. The last 2 that I'm showing you, and the boy parts of course, from when he's like, I think 27 weeks. This one is of his face. And I don't know if you can tell, but up in this area, that's like his nostrils. At the bottom is his, well, right here is his chin, and that's his mouth like open. And then in this one, there's his little chin, his lips right there, and then his nose. And like his eye socket over here, but it's kind of dark to see that. So, that's my little Z. I don't know if I want to call him Z, Zen, or Nico. It's whatever. If he gets in trouble, it's going to be whatever I say it is. He better answer me. So, actually, I had all of these to go in his hospital diaper bag or whatever. And my grandmother has taught me to be really organized. So, everything goes in a Ziploc bag for now. I mean, I have his diaper bag over there, which I'll show you in another video. But I have his cardigan, because since he's going to be born in Wisconsin in the snow, in winter, he better have a jacket or a cardigan on. So, he has this little, I guess I could take it out for you, but I can do that in another video. This is going to be his going home outfit. I have, since it has brown buttons, I have some brown pants paired with this. And then an undershirt that says, I believe, Precious in brown. And I have, like, in the back, packed away, I have his little mittens and his socks. And it's labeled Zanico's going home outfit. And then I have, for, like, whenever company, like, whenever people come to visit me in the hospital, or to visit him, who cares about me, right? I'm pregnant. It's all about him afterwards. So I have this bag. It's labeled Zanico's postpartum and picture outfits. Because I totally did not realize that babies take pictures at the hospital. Like, I kind of knew that because I always see the pictures. But it didn't register in my head that my son was going to have a picture at the hospital. So I kind of had to find something for him to wear 2 times. I was just like, oh man. But he's going to wear this. I don't know if you guys can see this. Might be kind of too blurry. Here, you can see it far away. So he has these little socks or little booties that match these mittens that also match this shirt on top. There are ABCs on there and also elephants. It's weird, but whatever. That's what Target had, so that's what I bought. And then he has another gray shirt that I want him to just like wear around in the hospital so he's not like really too cold or anything. That says loved, because he definitely is loved by everyone in our family. And then I have his bibs and burp rags and stuff like that. This one right here says Mommy's New Man, because he's my little guy. And then I have this one that says Grandma always says yes. Of course she says no to me, but she's always going to say yes to him. So he's lucky, I guess. I guess that's pretty much all for now. I hope this video wasn't way too long, but you guys asked for them, so you got them. So I guess that's all for this video. I can explain more about the stuff back there in the next video. So I guess I can show you my belly for now. So, like I said, my little guy is huge. I look even bigger on this camera, but here he is. He's actually moving right now. I think he's saying, Mommy, I'm hungry. It's time for me to go eat anyhow. Here's from the side. And here's from the front. I swear my breasts are getting smaller, but they're actually getting bigger. I guess with my stomach getting so huge, it feels that way. I used to have my belly button in, or belly button ring in. I take it out because my stomach is stretching really, really far. And as big as I am, I promise you, I have no stretch marks at all. So that's a blessing that I have none. But I constantly have to put on cocoa butter and lotion and like oils on my stomach and stuff. Because he's making Mama huge. So, thanks for watching, guys. That's all I have for now. And I'll keep you guys updated weekly from now on. And a few postpartum videos after he's born. Bye, guys.